The most dangerous person is the one who listens, thinks, and observes. Bruce Lee. 6 weeks ago, I taught you that your brain lies to you. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how those lies are being weaponized against you by people who understand psychology better than you do. What you learned in Psychology 101 was kindergarten. This is graduate school. And by the end of this course, you'll understand psychological techniques so powerful that I have to warn you, use them responsibly. Today, you're going to discover why your smartest friend falls for obvious scams, and you do too. The psychological technique that can make anyone like you in under 5 minutes. How cult leaders use advanced psychology to control people's minds. Why you're being manipulated every single day and don't even know it. The dark psychology techniques that advertising executives use to empty your wallet. But first, let me prove to you how little you actually know about your own mind. Right now, I want you to think of a 2-digit number between 50 and 99, where both digits are odd and both digits are different. Got it? Don't tell me what it is. Your number is 37. If I was right, you just experienced advanced psychological prediction. If I was wrong, you experienced something even more interesting, the illusion that you're immune to psychological influence. This is Psychology 101 Advanced, the course that reveals the psychological secrets they don't teach in universities because they're too powerful for beginners. Segment 1, The Illusion of Rational Thinking, Why Smart People Make Stupid Decisions. Let me tell you about the Harvard MBA who lost $50,000 to a phone scammer, the Nobel Prize winner who couldn't solve a simple logic puzzle, and the chess grandmaster who fell for a marketing trick that a child could spot. Intelligence doesn't protect you from psychological manipulation. In fact, it might make you more vulnerable. The Dunning-Kruger paradox. The smarter you think you are, the more blind spots you have. Here's why. The expert blind spot experts develop mental shortcuts that work 99% of the time. Manipulators exploit the 1%. Real example, a cybersecurity expert clicked a phishing email because it arrived exactly when he was expecting a legitimate email. His expertise made him overconfident. 2. The intelligence trap. Smart people are better at rationalizing bad decisions. They can convince themselves that their emotional choice was actually logical. The bias blind spot experiment. Researchers asked people to rate how biased they are compared to the average person. 85% said they were less biased than average. Mathematically impossible. But here's the twist. The people with higher IQs were more likely to think they were immune to bias. The 7 cognitive biases that control your life. 1. Confirmation bias. Your echo chamber. You don't seek truth, you seek confirmation. Your brain literally filters out information that contradicts your beliefs. Advanced application. This is why political arguments never work. You're not presenting facts to a rational person. You're attacking their identity. 2. Anchoring bias, the first number trap. The first number you hear becomes your reference point for everything that follows. Real-world manipulation. When a car salesman says, "This car normally sells for $30,000, but for you $25,000, your brain anchors on $30,000. $25,000 feels like a bargain, even if the car is only worth $20,000. 3. Loss aversion. Why you can't let go. You feel the pain of losing $100 twice as strongly as the pleasure of gaining $100. Advanced manipulation. Airlines don't give you a discount for booking early, they charge you extra for booking late. Same price, different psychology. 4. Social proof. The invisible puppeteer. When you're uncertain, you copy others. Manipulators know this. Dark application, fake testimonials, bought followers, staged crowds. If you see others doing it, your brain assumes it's safe. 5. Authority bias, the automatic obedience. Remember the Milgram experiment? It's still happening every day. People in uniforms with titles or perceived expertise can make you do things against your judgment. 6. Scarcity illusion, the artificial emergency. Limited time offer creates artificial urgency. Your rational brain shuts down when you think you might miss out. 7. The halo effect. Beauty is truth. Attractive people are assumed to be more intelligent, honest, and competent. This extends to attractive packaging, websites, and presentations. The meta bias, thinking you're above it all. The most dangerous bias is thinking you don't have biases. Even knowing about these biases doesn't make you immune. In fact, it might make you more vulnerable because you think you're protected. Now that you understand how your rational mind fails you, let's explore how others exploit these failures. What I'm about to show you is how psychological manipulation really works in the wild. Segment 2. The psychology of influence and manipulation. The compliance ladder. How to make anyone say yes. There's a psychological technique so powerful that it's used by salespeople, cult leaders, and governments to make people comply with requests they would normally refuse. It's called the compliance ladder, and once you understand it, you'll see it everywhere. Step 1. The foot in the door. Start with a tiny request that's impossible to refuse. Get them to say yes to something small. Real example. A charity that got 17% donation rate by calling people became 31% successful when they first asked, "Do you consider yourself a helpful person?" Most people said yes. 3 days later, they called asking for donations. Why this works? Psychological consistency. Once you've identified as helpful, saying no to charity contradicts your self-image. Step 2. The commitment escalation. Each subsequent request is slightly larger than the last. You're slowly raising their tolerance for compliance. Step 3. The identity lock-in. Make them publicly commit to being the type of person who does these things. Now it's not about the request, it's about their identity. The dark triad, how dangerous people think. Narcissism, the spotlight addiction. They genuinely believe they're special. Every conversation becomes about them. They use people as mirrors to reflect their greatness. Advanced detection. Watch how they react to other people's success. Narcissists will either ignore it, diminish it, or make it about themselves. Machiavellianism, the chess master. People are pawns in their game. They plan conversations like military strategies. Emotions are tools, not experiences. Advanced detection. They remember details about what you want, fear, and value. They'll use this information later. Psychopathy, the emotional void. They mimic emotions they don't feel. Manipulation feels as natural as breathing, no internal moral compass. Advanced detection. Their emotions seem slightly off timing. They might smile when describing something sad, or their anger disappears too quickly. The manipulation playbook. 6 techniques used against you daily. 1. Love bombing. Overwhelming you with attention, affection, and validation to create emotional dependence. Where you see it. New relationships, sales environments, cult recruitment. 2. Gaslighting, making you question your own memory, perception, and sanity. Advanced form, not just denying what happened, but providing alternative explanations that sound reasonable. 3. Triangulation, bringing a third party into the dynamic to create jealousy, competition, or insecurity. Where you see it. My ex would have understood this, or other customers don't have this problem. Intermittent reinforcement. Unpredictable rewards and punishments create stronger addiction than consistent treatment. Where you see it. Social media likes, gambling, toxic relationships. 5. The false dilemma. Presenting only 2 options when many exist, forcing you to choose between their preferred option and something obviously worse. Advanced form. Do you want to buy this now, or should I offer it to the next customer? 6. Emotional hijacking, creating intense emotions, fear, anger, excitement that shut down rational thinking. Where you see it. Political campaigns, emergency sales tactics, news media, the protection protocol, defending your mind. The 5-second rule. When faced with any decision involving money, emotion, or commitment, take 5 seconds to ask, who benefits if I say yes right now? The outside view. Ask yourself, if my best friend described this situation to me, what would I tell them? The time test. Will I be happy about this decision in 24 hours, in 1 week, in 1 year? Understanding individual manipulation is crucial, but there's something even more powerful and dangerous: group psychology. What I'm about to show you explains how ordinary people become cult members, how smart individuals join pyramid schemes, and why normal humans participate in genocide. Segment 3. Group Psychology and Social Influence. The Hive Mind. How Groups Hijack Individual Thinking. In 1954, psychologist Muzaffar Sharif created artificial tribes of boys at a summer camp. Within days, these normal children were ready to fight wars over arbitrary group divisions. This experiment reveals something terrifying. Your group identity can override your individual moral compass in a matter of hours. The stages of group assimilation. Stage 1. The love bomb. Welcome. New members are showered with attention, acceptance, and validation. Everyone wants to be your friend. Advanced technique. They identify what you're missing in your life, community purpose recognition, and provide it immediately. Stage 2. The gradual isolation. Slowly, your outside relationships become problematic. The group becomes your primary social source. Advanced technique. They don't forbid outside contact, they make it uncomfortable. Your family just doesn't understand you like we do. Stage 3. The doctrine download. Complex belief systems are introduced gradually. Each new belief is only slightly more extreme than what you already accepted. Advanced technique. Questioning is reframed as personal weakness or spiritual failure. Stage 4. The identity fusion. Your sense of self becomes inseparable from the group identity. Leaving the group feels like psychological death. The social proof cascade, when everyone is wrong together. The Ash conformity experiment, revisited. You know the experiment. People gave obviously wrong answers to simple questions when surrounded by actors giving the same wrong answers. But here's what they didn't tell you. When just one other person gave the correct answer, conformity dropped from 75% to 5%. Advanced application. This is why dissenting voices are immediately attacked in groups. One honest person can break the entire illusion. The spiral of silence theory. People won't speak up if they think their opinion is in the minority, even if they're actually in the majority. Real-world example. Political polls create this effect. People change their stated opinions based on what they think is popular. Cult psychology. The complete control system. The BITE model of mind control. Behavior control. Dictate where you live, what you eat, how you dress. Control your schedule and sleep patterns. Restrict who you can talk to and when. Information control. Limit access to outside information sources. Forbid questioning or critical thinking. Create a special language that separates insiders from outsiders. Thought control. Demand absolute obedience to doctrine. Punish doubt or questioning. Replace critical thinking with groupthink. Emotional control. Create cycles of guilt and shame. Manufacture fear of leaving, alternate between punishment and reward. Modern applications. Multi-level marketing companies. Extreme political movements. Some corporate cultures. Toxic online communities. The polarization engine. How groups become extreme. Group polarization effect. When like-minded people discuss issues, they don't reach moderate compromises. They become more extreme in their original direction. Why this happens? Risk diffusion. Responsibility is shared, so individuals take bigger risks. Argument pool. You hear more arguments supporting your view. Social comparison. You compete to be the most loyal group member. Digital amplification. Social media algorithms feed you content that confirms your beliefs, creating artificial group polarization even when you're alone. Breaking free. The deprogramming process. Step 1. Recognize the influence. Ask yourself, what beliefs have I adopted since joining this group that I would have disagreed with before? Step 2. Restore outside connections. Gradually reconnect with people outside the group, even if the group discourages it. Step 3. Question the sacred. Identify what you're not allowed to question within the group. Question it. Step 4. Find your individual voice. Practice expressing opinions that differ from the group consensus, even on small matters. Group psychology explains how people lose themselves in crowds, but there's an even more personal threat: how psychology is being used to hack your individual desires and fears every single day. What I'm about to reveal is the billion-dollar science of behavior modification. Segment 4. The Psychology of Persuasion and Behavioral Design. The Persuasion Machine. How your behavior is being programmed. Every app on your phone, every website you visit, every advertisement you see has been designed by teams of psychologists whose job is to change your behavior. They know your psychological triggers better than you do, and they're using them against you. The variable ratio reinforcement schedule, the addiction algorithm. This is the most powerful behavioral conditioning technique ever discovered. It's why people get addicted to slot machines, social media, and checking their email. How it works. Instead of rewarding behavior every time, you reward it randomly. The unpredictability creates stronger addiction than consistent rewards. Real-world applications. Social media, likes, comments, and shares come randomly. Email. Most emails are junk, but occasionally there's something important. Dating apps. Most swipes lead nowhere, but occasionally you get a match. Loot boxes in games. Random rewards keep players spending money. The neurochemistry. Each potential reward triggers a dopamine spike. Your brain becomes addicted to the anticipation, not the actual reward. The hook model. How apps become habits. Step 1. The trigger. External triggers, notifications, emails, ads, become internal triggers. Boredom, loneliness, anxiety. Advanced technique? Apps study when you're most vulnerable and trigger you during those moments. Step 2. The action. The behavior should be as simple as possible. One tap, one swipe, one click. Advanced technique. Every friction point is A/B tested and optimized for maximum completion rates. Step 3. The variable reward. Sometimes you get what you want, sometimes you don't. This unpredictability is what creates addiction. Advanced technique. The algorithm learns what type of content most effectively manipulates your specific psychology. Step 4. The investment. You put something into the system, time, data, content, money, that makes it harder to leave. Advanced technique. The more you invest, the more personalized the manipulation becomes. Neuromarketing. Reading your unconscious mind. Eye-tracking studies. Companies know exactly where you look on their websites and for how long. Facial recognition. Some stores use cameras to read your facial expressions and adjust their sales approach in real time. Brain imaging. fMRI studies reveal what products trigger desire before you're consciously aware of wanting them. Biometric feedback. Heart rate, skin conductance, and pupil dilation reveal your true emotional responses to marketing messages. The dark patterns. Psychological tricks in digital design. 1. The Roach Motel. Easy to get in, hard to get out. Signing up takes one click. Cancelling requires calling customer service. 2. The bait and switch. You think you're clicking one thing, but the interface tricks you into clicking something else. The privacy zuckering, tricking you into sharing more information than you intended through confusing privacy settings. 4. The forced continuity. Free trials that automatically convert to paid subscriptions, hoping you forget to cancel. 5. The friend spam. Let us access your contacts to find friends, then spams everyone you know. The attention economy. Your focus is the product, the infinite scroll, designed to prevent natural stopping points. You scroll until you're exhausted, not satisfied. The notification hijack. Interruptions are scheduled to break your focus and redirect your attention. The social approval loop. Your posts, likes, and comments create social obligations that keep you engaged. The fear of missing out, FOMO. Artificial scarcity and time-limited content create anxiety about staying connected. Defending yourself, the digital immunity system. 1. Awareness breaks. Set random phone alerts asking, "Why did I pick up my phone?" Friction installation. Make destructive behaviors harder. Delete apps, log out of accounts, use website blockers. 3. Attention scheduling designates specific times for social media, email, and news consumption. The replacement strategy. Don't just eliminate bad digital habits, replace them with positive real-world activities. Now that you understand how your behavior is being manipulated digitally, let's explore something even more fundamental: how your past experiences are still controlling your present decisions in ways you've never realized.
Ever feel like your brain is a browser with 37 tabs open, and you don't even know where the music is coming from? Yeah, same. Welcome to life in the 21st century. Constant notifications, never-ending to-do lists, and that inner voice that won't shut up.
But don't worry, today we're talking about something super cool, super helpful, and not boring. Mindfulness-based therapy.
So what is mindfulness-based therapy anyway? Imagine if therapy and meditation had a chill baby. That's mindfulness-based therapy. It's all about learning to be present in the moment, without judgment. It blends ancient mindfulness practices: think, breathing, awareness, gentle observation, with modern psychology tools to help you deal with stress, anxiety, depression, and more. It helps you stop getting yanked around by your thoughts like a kite in a hurricane. But wait, why is mindfulness helpful? Let's break it down. Your brain loves to time travel. It rewinds to the past. Why did I say that in 2012? Or fast forwards to the future. What if everything goes horribly wrong? But mindfulness anchors you to the now. It teaches you to pause, breathe, and notice what's actually happening, without freaking out or judging yourself. Instead of, oh no, I'm anxious again, you learn to go, I notice I'm feeling anxious. Let's breathe through it. Section 3. Tips and tricks to start using it in real life. Okay, so how do you actually do it? Don't worry, I got you. Tip 1. The 5-4-3-2-1 grounding game. Feel a panic attack coming? Use your senses to ground yourself. 5 things you can see. 4 things you can feel. 3 things you can hear. 2 things you can smell. 1 thing you can taste. It's like pressing Control, Alt-Delete on your anxious brain. Tip 2. 60-second mindful breathing. No need to sit on a mountaintop for hours. Just stop. Inhale slowly. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. 1, 2, 3. Do this for 60 seconds. That's it. It calms your nervous system and gives your thoughts a mini nap. Tip 3. Mindful eating. Ever eaten an entire bag of chips and then thought, where'd they go? Let's change that. Try eating 1 bite of food slowly. Notice the flavor, the texture, the sound. You'll feel more satisfied and more present. Tip 4. Turn chores into chill time. Doing the dishes. Be present with the warm water and the smell of soap. Vacuuming. Listen to the hum. Feel the rhythm. You don't need more time for mindfulness. You just need to notice what you're already doing. Tip 5. The phone pause. Before you grab your phone in the morning, pause. Take 3 deep breaths. Stretch. Look out the window. It's a tiny habit with a huge effect on your day. Section 4. The therapy part. In a mindfulness-based therapy session, your therapist helps you slow down. You'll learn to observe your thoughts and feelings like clouds passing in the sky, not like hurricanes that carry you away. Over time, you stop reacting to every thought and start responding calmly instead. Section 5. Final thoughts. So whether you're struggling with anxiety, burnout, or just that classic modern brain chaos, Mindfulness-based therapy helps you find peace in the present. Start small, breathe, notice. You don't need to change your life. You just need to show up for it.
Like this video? Hit like, subscribe, and pass it on to someone who could use a little calm. Until next time, just breathe.
You're invited to a party. Instead of excitement, you feel dread. Your brain starts the familiar loop. What if I say something stupid? What if I just stand there awkwardly? What if everyone thinks I'm weird? If this sounds like you, you're not alone. Social anxiety affects 15 million people. But here's the thing. Some of the most confident-seeming people you know have felt exactly the same way. The difference? They've learned a few key strategies that I'm about to share with you. These aren't just think positive tips. These are psychology-backed techniques that actually work. Let's dive in. What social anxiety really is first. Let's get one thing straight. Social anxiety isn't shyness or being introverted. It's your brain's alarm system going off in social situations, convinced everyone is watching and judging you. Your ancient brain thinks social rejection equals death, so it floods you with fight or flight chemicals just because you need to make small talk at work. The good news? Once you understand this, you can work with your brain instead of against it. Tip number 1, the 3-second rule. When you're nervous about approaching someone or joining a conversation, count down from 3 and just move. 3, 2, 1, go. Why does this work? Because anxiety loves time to build. The longer you wait, the bigger the fear becomes in your mind. But when you act quickly, you bypass the anxiety spiral and often find the interaction is way easier than your brain predicted. Try this. Next time you want to say hi to someone, give yourself exactly 3 seconds to decide, then do it. Your brain won't have time to talk you out of it. Tip number 2, the Ford method. Stuck on what to talk about? Remember Ford. Family. Do you have any siblings? Occupation. What kind of work do you do? Recreation. What do you like to do for fun? Dreams. Any exciting plans coming up? These topics work because they're universally relatable and give people a chance to talk about themselves, which most people love doing. Pick one, ask the question, then actually listen to their answer. You'll be amazed how naturally conversations flow from there. Tip number 3, the spotlight illusion. Here's a reality check that changes everything. People are not paying nearly as much attention to you as you think. Right now, think about the last social event you attended. How much do you remember about other people's awkward moments? Probably nothing because you were focused on yourself. Everyone else is doing the same thing. They're thinking about how they're coming across, not analysing your every move. This is called the spotlight illusion. You feel like you're under a spotlight, but actually everyone's too busy worrying about their own performance to scrutinise yours. Tip number 4, befriend your anxiety. Instead of fighting your social anxiety, try this. Hi anxiety, I see you're here. Thanks for trying to protect me from rejection, but I'm going to be social anyway. You can come along, but you're not driving. This works because fighting anxiety often makes it stronger. When you acknowledge it without letting it control you, you reduce the secondary anxiety, the anxiety about being anxious. Plus, many socially anxious people are actually great conversationalists once they stop fighting their nerves and start focusing on genuine connection. Tip number 5, the recovery practice. After social interactions, your brain wants to replay everything that went wrong. Instead, try this recovery routine. Celebrate one thing that went well, no matter how small. Learn one thing you might try differently next time, not as self-criticism, but as growth. Consciously let go of any mistakes or awkward moments. Plan your next social interaction. This breaks the post-social rumination cycle that feeds social anxiety and helps you build confidence over time. You belong here. Here's what I want you to remember. You don't have to wait until you feel confident to be social. Confidence comes from taking action despite the nerves, not from the absence of nerves. Start small. Make eye contact with a cashier. Ask someone how their day is going. Use the 3-second rule to join one conversation this week. Each small step builds your social confidence muscle. Your voice matters. Your presence adds value. The world needs what you have to offer, even if your social anxiety tries to convince you otherwise. You belong in social spaces exactly as you are. Now go out there and try just one of these tips. You've got this. Don't forget to like and subscribe.